Good day everyone. Today we are blessed to be in this lovely villa down very close to Matara in Sri Lanka, but there's also a curfew. It's a curfew day. So I thought I'd take you and show you exactly the effect the curfew is having on a very busy city like Matara. Now ordinarily Matara is one of the most busy destinations on the south coast. There's another town called Marissa. I'm not going to film there today, but I can tell you it's very similar. We drove through there yesterday. And normally these spots are where most of the tourists come, but the government has issued a 2-day curfew now. When we came through Matara yesterday afternoon, it was quite strange, really very eerie. It was completely a ghost town. All the shops, the retail shops were closed. There was almost no traffic on the road. Now, if you know Sri Lanka well, you know that normally these areas, even if the tourists aren't here, they're very busy. So today, as a tourist, I'm allowed to leave my hotel. But, watch out for those potholes. But locals are not allowed to go out for any reason other than official business. Which in turn means that none of the actual retail shops can open. People have to be able to get some sort of access to food other than what they might have in their kitchen at home. So these tuktuks coming towards me now, they must have a good reason. If they're stopped by the police and they're not supposed to be out, they'll get a big fine. Now I've just stopped here on the side. The road is really rough here. Really rough. I don't know if I can mount the camera in such a way. Bear with me a second, peoples. The problem with going through the glass is that quite often I get bad reflections. So excuse the shaking, but I think that central mount might be a little better. Aboan. The locals are so friendly, you know. They're always going to say good morning. Oh, this dog is. Look at the dog. Just wake up, doggy. Just sat in the middle. Wake up, fella. Young lady. Oh, it's a girl. Okay. So you can see all the small stores. They're all shut down. People haven't been able to shop for 48 hours. Nobody's going to work. A lot of people don't have refrigeration and the ability to store fresh produce. So you can see a few small stores are selling fruit and vegetables, but predominantly the fish shops, all the big supermarkets, they're all shut. And there's no saying that the curfew will really be lifted. The curfew was meant to be lifted 7 o'clock this morning. The government decided to continue with the curfew another day. They may even continue tomorrow with another day. Who's to say? There's a little dog chasing a tuk-tuk. But a third day of curfew is going to be devastating for the people of Sri Lanka because they've done nothing. They've done nothing wrong. There's no reason why they're being told. There's been some violence. Yes, there's been some violence in the big cities, but you can't just take one incident and punish an entire population for it. It's a hardship, you know. And this is also going to be devastating for the tourism industry, of which we're trying to encourage people to come. And I still say that you should still consider coming and spending your dollars here in Sri Lanka. This is probably going to be short-lived, and the people are hugely welcoming, and they need your support. So if nothing else, come here just to support the country and the people. But it is getting harder to share that message out because with these sort of snap curfews, curfewing is not a good way to treat a population in any country. I've never understood. We've seen this all around the world over the last 2 years. It's a complete disrespect of the government towards the people. You know, these people, the government, the senior people of the country are elected to serve the people. They work for the people and they make these choices. You shouldn't be able to make these sort of choices without putting it to a poll first. And if the majority of the country want to be in curfew and lockdown, then do it. But don't do it to protect your asses. Don't do it to protect your asses. So look, even though people aren't allowed out today, hello guys, there's still a small queue for the gasoline. There's still a small queue for the gas stations. People are having to queue up for it. I'll blur your face. So anyway, on to Matara. So here's one group that didn't get the curfew message. Let us try that camera angle as we're just approaching Matara. So one of the problems is finding groceries. So you can go a few days without buying a refrigerator or, you know, hardware, ceramics. But it's a lot harder to go a few days without being able to buy food. All the little street vendors here, they're shut. The cafes and restaurants. Look at the bus station, for example. Okay, this is the Matara bus station. Ordinarily, this would be full of buses. No buses today, huh?
No. Careful.
Yeah, man, it's amazing, huh? Crazy. I'm not going to go around that because the speed bump, I don't know if you can see me in this, but the speed bump there is so high, I think we'd ground the tuk-tuk. It's designed for buses, not for tuk-tuks. But anyway, you get the point. There is nobody here. The bus stations are empty, so nobody can get to work. Now, I know it's low season at the moment, so tourists are not here. But this esplanade, this beach area would normally be absolutely packed with people, and there's no one here at all. This is Matara Fort?
Yes.
And Matara Main Street?
Main Street.
This way?
Road.
Go this way. Gold Road, yes, Gold Road. Can this way to Gold Road? No. Okay. Okay. Stuti. Okay, I've got a little bit off track. This road doesn't lead back down to the main Gold Road. We're now I think we're in Matara Fort. Ahead of me now, that's the Matara Fort entrance. Beautiful. So we're back on the Gold Road. Okay, if you can hear me clearly, this is the main strip, the Gold Road that runs through Matara. Everything is closed. I mean, there's nothing going on here. There's no cars parked. There's the odd vehicle. They will have permits to travel for one reason or another, but everything else is shut. The petrol stations, the gas stations are shut. There will be the odd petrol station open from city to city, because obviously some of the vehicles that are traveling will need to buy fuel. But if you want to buy groceries or just go out and get some food, a lot of people will eat short eats and rice and curry. it's close to impossible. Now I'll blur out this guy on the side. He's probably not meant to be selling fruit there. However, there's enough authorities out here to stop people from trading. I'm just praying that there won't be another curfew tomorrow, because the hardship on people is just too much. Now, as we come up to the bridge, you'll see there is a military and police presence at the beginning of most of the big cities and small towns. There's some sort of blockade, just to check that people are traveling, they have permission to travel. So yes, you'll see just coming up now, there's quite a bit of traffic ahead of me actually. That's about the busiest I've seen it, but I think there's possibly some small market that's trading there. On the left you've got both military and police. They are patrolling the streets. And also again ahead of me, you probably can't see it, there is another police checkpoint just here. So a message to the people of Sri Lanka. I'm not really qualified to even say this, but governments and officials and media, they try to divide us. Stay united. Some of you like chocolate, some of you like chili. Some of you like one party and want no change, and some of you want change. But if you fight over it, they win, they divide you. A divided people means that it's much easier to conquer. So you have to stay together. Look, there will be people that don't want change and they want the existing regime to stay there. Don't fight with each other. Stay united. What's happened this last week is just not the way. It's what they want. They want this. They need it in order to make you weak. So, as I say, some like chocolate, some like chili. You don't always have to agree, but what you do have to do is allow other people to have their own opinions. If the majority prefer one system, that will prevail. But if the majority want change, that will also happen. And it's important for those of you on the other side of that. There are some people maybe that are on a losing side of a battle, to accept that you don't always get chocolate. Sometimes you're going to have chili. And just, you know, don't hate on the people. Unite, stay together. That's my little statement I wanted to make, and I'm sorry, I really have no right to do so.
Honey,